Let's get into it. Chapters 4 through 9. There's a lot in here. Most of it is clinical, so I don't feel like a lot of people are going to immediately find value in that. So I'm just going to summarize what was most important to me and what I think you're going to care about. The major theme for these chapters is the body and how the body is part of your transcending process. It's not enough to just focus on spiritual progression and spiritual growth. The body plays a huge critical role in what we are, right? Obviously. So one of the things that's central is talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. As you evolve, as you kind of transcend those lower level needs, food, shelter, you start to be able to think about things like purpose and relationships and pleasure. If you're suffering, a great deal just trying to make ends meet, you're not going to be thinking about those sorts of things. Also, it discusses spiral dynamics and how your social views and worldviews start to change. You become more open, asking deeper questions, first and second level thinking. All of that comes as you are more free in your body to start exploring new ideas, right? As your spirit transcends some of the lower level things, your body is now coming along for that ride. Some of your needs are going to change. The way you think about things change. The way you feel changes. The way you behave changes. The people you want to be around changes. So all of that kind of fits into both spiral dynamics and Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And last but not least, there's a discussion around the different types of therapies that we can seek out as we're growing. And it's really not even about a spiritual journey per se when it comes to therapy, at least as it's discussed in this book. It's just talking about the different types of therapies and the idea that you can have different types of therapies that will speak directly to where you are in your spiritual growth, or just, growth as a human being. Don't get, kind of distracted by spiritual growth if you don't feel like you're on a spiritual journey. People seek out therapy just to help them navigate life. And so that's what we're talking about. Depending on where you are in your openness and the awareness that you have of yourself in the greater context of life in the world, you're going to have different questions that you want to ask. You're either going to be more surface level in the way that you're thinking about the things that are happening in your life, or you're going to be able to dive deeper. So that again is this first and second level thinking, which relates to spiral dynamics. So there's a lot in here. I know this was a quick summary, but I do encourage you to dig into chapters 4 through 9 to learn how to integrate the body and how it changes and how it feels and the different questions that you're going to want to ask from a physical standpoint as you navigate the different levels of spiritual growth.